I always told my cousin Romain that after my basketball career, we would climb Mont Blanc together. 20 years after making that promise, here we are. To be honest, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. The team was made up of me, my cousin Romain, and our guy JB. The first thing I had to do was to learn how to even walk with crampons. First, we practiced on La Mer de Glace, which simply translated is a sea of ice.
So right now we are just practicing walking on ice. Not an easy thing, but by tomorrow we should be good, ready to go for the Mont Blanc. So just a little practice day. Yes, Romain!
Getting used to crampon techniques was not an easy task, but I started to get a hang of it. Then we continued to practice on a summit called L'Aiguille du Midi, which sits only 1,000 meters lower than Mont Blanc.
Second day practice. We're gonna go across, going straight from France to Italy through this little passage right there. It's good here.
We just practiced walking for hours at altitude, going from the French side to the Italian side of the Alps. Of course, Mont Blanc was inside the whole time, watching over us. On the first day, we packed everything we would need for the next 4 days to fit in one bag. We hiked up on the rocky trail. Stopped for quick lunch. Even though most trekkers would tell you it's better to go without taking breaks, JB understood that the way my heart functions as an athlete is based on the rhythm of an NBA game. Every 10 minutes or so, we would have timeouts of 1 minute, just like in a game. That was the key that kept me going.
Today was mostly rock. At the beginning, it was actually pretty warm. We're starting in a t-shirt, then finish with a very light jacket, but you can see the snow behind me. So we're going up there. Tomorrow we gotta hike this mountain and then go all the way to the Mont Blanc. So we're gonna stop midday, but we're gonna go straight from here all the way to the Mont Blanc. Feel pretty good. Got a couple blister, but hurts a little bit, but not too bad. So I think I'm gonna be able to push through, and if it hurts too much, keep going. Yeah, no choice.
Upon arrival, we were told that the building was full, that we would be staying in a tent outside. We laughed and thought, it's all good. Why make it easy, right? Edgar was in charge of the tents and took care of us with plenty of blankets, not to get too cold.
On sait plus si on est à Saint-Gervais ou à Marrakech, là, en fait.
Putain, mais c'est ça la montée? Non, c'est là.
Là.
Ouais, il faut les crampons, hein. Alright, so it's about 3:45 a.m., 4 a.m. We're supposed to leave right now, but as you can hear, there's a little bit of wind outside. I would say a lot of wind, probably like 45, 50 miles an hour wind. So it might be too dangerous to go right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go have breakfast, 4 a.m. We're gonna check the conditions, check if it's actually safe to go now. If not, we'll just wait for the wind to die down, and and try a little bit later. Good luck to us.
We ended up leaving at 6 a.m. to wait for the sunrise. First thing, we had to pass the corridor, where rocks fall randomly from 700 meters straight onto the trail. And you can never predict when it's gonna happen. That's why we walk so fast. The day before, a trekker broke his leg from a falling rock. Many have died there.
En fait, c'est quoi? C'est là, on vient de gagner le match et t'as les supporters locaux là, ils tirent des pierres. Ils nous caillassent. Oh putain, c'est cassé le bus.
This was one of the times when it really hit me, the danger of what we're trying to accomplish. We made it across between two sessions of falling rocks.
We just passed the most dangerous part of the climb, the couloir, with all the rocks. A lot of rocks coming down. Every 10 minutes there is rocks coming up. That's why we got the helmets, but you don't want those rocks to hit you. They're going so fast. Good job, Romain.
Then we had 700 meters of vertical climb.
We left from right here, from the tent where we spent the night. So right now in about 2 hours, we came all the way up here. So we're good. Progress. Who's tired? Come on, you tired? Yeah, we're good. It's gonna take another 2 hours to get back to the stop, then we rest, and then we'll go to the top. We made it to the camp of Té. So right now, Mont Blanc is.
We were supposed to keep going the same day, but the strong winds on the top and my lack of experience using crampons was a bad mix. So we needed to recover. I had big blisters on both of my feet. And more importantly, we needed a rest for the next day. When I say next day, it actually means waking up at 2 a.m. and get ready.
Last day, it's 3 a.m. Ready to go. We're going in the middle of the night. Let's make it to the top.
At this point, I was so tired from walking. On ice, with crampons, in the middle of the night, freezing temperatures. Just when I was wondering why I had ever wanted to do this, the sun came up and started to glow over a sea of clouds. That was beautiful. I wanted to sit there and take it all in, but I knew I just needed to keep going. We kept going, up and down and up, getting to use all my crampons technique.
We made it to Valo, which is the closest point we can stop before going all the way to the top. Here it is, behind us. We got all these left. Past that point and then go all the way up there. Whew. I'm so tired.
The final push, called the Arête des Bosses, is very treacherous. One slip here would mean a 1,000-meter fall.
Almost to the top. When I say almost, it's not really almost. It's still super far. Right up there. But we've never been so close, so it's almost for me.
Every step became so hard to execute. I could feel the air getting thinner and harder to breathe.
There we go, we made it! The top of the Mont Blanc. best cousin back there. We made it. We made it!
It was an amazing feeling, standing on the very top of Europe. And like we promised each other, 20 years later, here we are, exactly where we said we would be, on the top of Mont Blanc.